Our school has about 800 kids located on the near north side of Nashville. Our kids are coming from communities that aren't language rich in a lot of ways. So our kids come to us with lots of opportunities for growth, especially when it comes to literacy. We've worked not only to assemble a team of teachers who really understand teaching and learning, but are really able to build those quality relationships and then generate outcomes. I came 5 years ago, and in the 5 years, there's been a lot of change. We teach kids behaviors in the same way we teach them reading and writing.
I really want you to think on who you are, what you represent, things that you're going through.
We started with saying we're going to respect every single kid, so we don't yell at kids. I will never yell at my staff. I will not yell at a student. And if they are yelling at us, we're going to teach them that that's not okay. There it is. And so starting to really change the way we think about interacting with others.
They keep reminding us you're greater than what you think. We keep our heads up. We come in, do what we have to do so we can be that school that no one thought we could be.
But then from there, you have to really build systems. We have 5 core values. They are in every hallway and in every classroom. So they see it all the time and they hear it all the time. We also have non-negotiables that are really specific.
All right, you guys know what's expected of you today, correct?
Kids are not swearing, they're not on their phones, they're respecting the teachers.
There's a common language. The expectations in my classroom look exactly the same way as in another classroom. So there's no confusion, and it creates more time for valuable instruction.
We took a model of looking at peer feedback and how we could really support each other. We all kind of come together. We're looking at classroom behavior, classroom culture. Looking at those core values, we can kind of check off what's being adhered to or broken.
You watched hands go like this.
And then we talk about what we've seen. When we look at the core values, a lot of what we saw was evidence of others first.
People feel safe when they know what to expect. And so when you're consistent, room to room, hallway to hallway, academy to academy, kids feel safe within that structure and are quicker to learn. There's a lot of other things that we do to create spaces that are conducive for social emotional learning.
Well, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Zone.
We have a place called the Zone, which we use in lieu of suspension.
This space is created to have a conversation about navigating those issues.
Kids get into a circle and they discuss sort of what their behaviors were and ways to correct it. We have another space where our counselor is located.
All right, so when you go talk first, and when you get done, you go talk, okay?
Who does real-time conflict resolution.
I didn't want to tell you who to hang with.
We can't expect people to just get along. We have to show them what getting along looks like.
Yeah, both strong young men.
Some is knowing how I contributed to the conflict, right? And how to respond to you with empathy.
I wasn't solving it out the right way, so I should have communicated better.
We have a space that we call My Space that feels a lot like a student union. We use it both for reward, but it's also open at lunch where kids can play and be with kids.
It's over, I'm winning.
And so when you design spaces for them to interact in healthy, positive ways, they interact in healthy and positive ways.
What we're gonna look at today is a very quick article that really answers the question, why do we encourage ourselves to breathe? Why have we concentrated so much on it, and why is it so hard sometimes?
Rachel Hunt, one of our exceptional educators here, has worked dominantly with our kids that have some sort of learning disability related to behavior.
New research published in the journal Science suggests that you heed the advice.
All right, so what's the first thing we do when we read that article and we're annotating? We do a literacy standard every day. Okay, so you weren't aware of what the word heed meant, right? But we teach social emotional learning through that literacy. So, who wants to read our first paragraph for us?
Regular breathing.
We are reading a brief article on the science behind how breathing actually impacts our bodies and our minds. They will analyze the text, so they'll annotate. We do a lot of discussion, and then we also do an activity connected to the article. Who in here was stressed the last 2 weeks? You can actually communicate to your body, I'm all right, man, it's cool, by changing the way you breathe. So we are going to do some actual mindful breathing. We practiced breathing and really thought about what the breathing made us feel. Breathe naturally.
I was getting in trouble, getting suspended. But, this semester, I had a big turnaround, getting better grades. Because meditation, it helped me, release all that anger and all that out of my body. Yeah, so that made me, change.
She has said, these practices are great, not just for my kids, but us as a school.
We're going to begin just with 2 minutes of mindfulness.
The Nest is our daily advisory. We divided it into 2 chunks. Half of the time is that social emotional learning piece, and then the second part is spent reading a novel together.
We are going to dig back into this book. We want to broaden kids' capacity to enjoy reading by having deep conversations about the subjects and themes that kids live out. So in the middle of page 100, you've got this cop who represents this abuse of authority, and you had a reaction to that.
People abuse their authority when they get it. This boy, he got beat up by a police officer. When I heard that, I instantly, it just draw me into it because, that's something I see, I go through every day.
A lot of this stuff is actually happening.
Right, there's a lot of police brutality going on.
The Nest lays the ground for academic learning. It holds kids to higher standards and to higher expectations.
In this book.
It's a time to build community. Make certain every kid has at least one individual in the building that invests personally in his or her best.
Our Nest is a family.
Somos familia.
I feel like I could talk about anything I need to in here.
We have huge accomplishments around outcomes. Our discipline is going down, our learning is going up, our kids are coming to school more, they feel more connected. All of that is indicative of the things that we're successful in.
We get to recognize the outstanding accomplishments of 18 of our seniors who are going to be signing full academic scholarships today.
Looking at the data, they've grown in learning. But far more than that, they have become people who are increasingly more aware of who they are and care for others.
We're so proud of you.
All of that is directly linked to social emotional learning and to some of the outcomes that we want.